everybody. It's Belinda from Belinda's Book Nook. I hope you can hear me. We're out in my garden here. And I thought I would do my video here. I was out here and I was actually taking my nail polish off. I've got one hand done and one hand not done. And then I was like, oh, I need to do this video. I read this book for NetGalley for, I was supposed to have my review up probably about a week ago, but things have been happening. This month has been very strange, and so therefore I did not finish it on time, but I'm going to still do the review nonetheless because it's still a book that, don't mind my hands with two different hands here, but so this is called The Rewrite. Two execs, it says, one deadline, and it's by Lizzie. Can you hear the aircraft? See, when you're outside, you can't control anything, you know, dogs, cars, fire trucks, planes in this instance, trees. It's called The Rewrite, a novel, and it's by Lizzie Damilola Blackburn, and she wrote Yinka, Where's Your Husband? I didn't read that one. This is what it looks like. I don't know if you can see it good. I have it on my Kindle. I do my reviews on Kindle. You know, I am kind of a little jealous of people that do get the actual books, but you know what? I think that I would have a problem because I have so much limited space right now with the books that I own that I buy for myself that having books for review in addition will be just too much. So I'm kind of glad for not having, just having it this way, because when it's done, I can delete it and we'll be done and we're good and go. And if I want to buy it, I can buy the book and put it on my shelf. So there's that. But anyways, we did not come here to talk about that. We came to talk about the book. So I really enjoyed this story. It's a contemporary / romance, and it follows this aspiring writer who she is, I think, a year or two down the line of a breakup with her boyfriend, and she trying to think about what it says in the description so as not to give away anything. It follows the two of them and their them after their breakup, and I think this is on the back. Their breakup was because he decided to go on to one of those reality shows. Like who goes on a reality show? If you're in a relationship, you don't need to be on there. So that precipitated the demise of their relationship. Okay, like they would normally do for most people, and it follows them after that and how they navigate back to each other or try to get back to each other. It's really cute. I found it, what I really liked about it, you know, there's always that same formula that you get with romances, you know, the miscommunication. There was that definitely in there where, you know, something says this, but do they mean that? Or the misinterpretation of what someone has said, or somebody else gets involved and puts a monkey wrench in it and a monkey wrench in it. And so you have those type of, you know, tropes, if you will, or standard things that are involved in the story. But what I liked about this story is it kind of touched on toxic masculinity, kind of, or how people define what's masculine or not. And I thought this was really, really interesting, and a nice element to add to this story to give it a little depth. It talked about caring for people, which in the book we called carers, people that care for a loved one that is either terminally ill or something's wrong that they need your assistance. And that itself is really an interesting topic to tie into this story. For people that like books that have talked a little bit about publishing, there's a little bit of that in there. And it had some really cute spots, and it had definitely some tension towards the end, like where I was reading, you know, I was like, oh my God, please. You know, those miscommunication things, sometimes they stress me. I'm like, you can see like, oh, I know where this is going. Please just don't. But, so there was that. And I'm trying to sit with my shirt proper. I'm sitting on this chair out here and it's making me be indecent. And so I thought that it was really good. I thought that the story was paced well. I thought the characters were very interesting. I will definitely read another book by this author. I didn't know, I do remember that first one, but I didn't read that book. So I would probably pick that up and check that out as well. But I enjoyed it. And I actually have a written review also on my blog if you want to check that out there. And then I'll also have a link, you know, if you want to purchase the book. Yeah, I think I'm so horrible. I'm supposed to tell you when it's coming out. I think it's already out. By the time you see this video, it should be already out. Again, it's the rewrite. It's a novel by Lizzie Damilola Blackburn. That's what it looks like. It's so cute, really cute. I love covers with, black couples on the cover. And you know what's interesting, and this is a whole nother side note, is that I don't mind the graphic or illustrated covers like that, but typical romance with like a person, like people on the front, I don't know what it is. It makes me cringe. So I'm like, if I were going to read one and it's going to have those people on it, it's definitely going to be here on the Kindle. I just can't see me walking around with, the woman like this and the man behind her, and I can't do it. I can't do it. I know, get over it. But something is light and innocent and sweet about these. And I've heard people talk and the opposite of that. They're like, I hate that. It's so stupid. I don't want to see a cartoon on the front. But those are, that I think that the invention of that has made the entry to romance and contemporary novels. I think it's raised their sales, because I think there are people like me that kind of cringe at, and it's so bad that like I just sometimes I'll just pass the book by and I'm like, why? Because it's probably just can be the same story but have a different cover, and I don't know. I like them. I I know that's crazy, but I like that in the stories. And I'm not really into like detailed romance where we have to have too much graphic information. I'm not really interested in that. So I know she's just a prude. Anyway, that's all I have to say for this one, and I will see you guys on the next video. Ooh, look at the birds are even chirping. But I will see you on the next one. You can see, like I see behind me, you can see really quickly my little garden. See, in the raised beds, they're doing really well. I got lots of things happening there. And this is the year I thought things weren't going to happen. So I'm really happy that I actually, I'm glad that I did the garden. I was really worried thinking, okay, I'm not going to do it because I started late with the seed. But if you don't give up, you keep watering, providing nutrients, they do come. So anyway, I will talk to you guys later, and pick up this book. I think you'd enjoy it. It's nice. It'd be great in between some of those heavy books, a light, fun story, or, to read in between. And I just thought it was really cute, and I'm glad I read it. I'm glad that I got, chosen to be able to review it. I'm definitely appreciative, and I don't take that for granted either. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys later. Okay, bye.